NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we say good morning, everybody. It is great to be with all of you here as we kickstart what I think is going to be a pretty nice weekend because it is going to be dry. How about that? Can we promise a dry weekend? I think that we can, which is good news. And just happy to be with you here on a Thursday. We do have some active weather to talk about today, the potential for some severe weather as well. We're going to be getting into all of that here on this Beyond the Forecast with severe weather possible today. And then, of course, the heat wave building in for next week. But we want to start here with Jubilee Day in Mechanicsburg, the 2025 edition. Here it is. Look at the tents getting set up here early this morning. And it's a beautiful start to the day. It's hot. It's humid, but these tents are really popping up nicely, and we're so thankful that they are because it's a tradition in Mechanicsburg, and we love it. So today's headlines are going to feature what I think is going to be a fairly nice day, but we do have some strong thunderstorms in the forecast a little bit later. We're going to get into that. A really nice Friday is on tap tomorrow to kickstart summer, and then a dry weekend, as I said, and getting hot, especially by Sunday. Here's another view from across the region, Camp Hill, Cedar Cliff High School, a cloudless sky out there. How great does that look? It's a nice morning. It really is. It's just warm, but you'll also notice what we have coming, and that would be some showers and thunderstorms here across parts of the Ohio Valley. This is a frontal system right here that is going to be headed our way later on today. So it's something that we're watching, and it is something that we are tracking. The environment is suited for severe weather because it's got that front, and we also have temperatures in the 70s. It's a warm morning. Look at York popping up to 74 degrees. It's not going to take a lot for temperatures to climb today with full sunshine. And here's the other ingredient we need for severe weather, moisture. And look at the dew points here across the southern part of the state in the 70s already, meaning it is very, very ripe. So as we take a look at your morning roast going into the mid-morning and lunchtime hour, a few more clouds will build in, but I expect us to stay dry here before 2 o'clock. I'm really interested to see how these storms develop today because right now a lot of the high-resolution models suggest we don't have much to worry about. It's mainly in our eastern counties and even east of our region toward Philly and New York. So that's something, again, we want to watch develop this afternoon. But there will be some storms around, mostly clear and more comfortable tonight. Maybe an open your windows type of night with temperatures dropping into the 60s. So here you can see on the water vapor loop, we're going to point out just a couple of things for you. This cold front, where it is located now in the Midwest, is slowly moving to the east. It will quicken as we move into the afternoon with some drier and less humid air behind it. That frontal line, as you can see, will eventually approach us, and where I've drawn the squiggly red line, that's the best area for severe today. Extreme eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and right along the East Coast. So where's the active weather now? Well, it's in the Ohio Valley. It's in the Tennessee Valley. You can see a line of storms digging across Memphis right now into northern Alabama and Mississippi. This right here is a pretty active zone of weather, but the front that we expect to give us perhaps a few issues is right here, and that will be followed up by a tremendous amount of heat building in across the country by next week. And there you can see that hot air. That is going to expand across the south and then eventually push to the north later on this weekend. So how about temperatures here as we show you numbers in the 80s today? I think we get up into the mid to upper 80s here later on today, and then tomorrow morning could be a little cooler, temperatures in the low to mid 60s. We're going to follow that up with another warm day, but it's not going to be as humid tomorrow. So I think for the most part, Friday looks good. And then check this out here. Dew points in the 70s throughout the day, at least in the 60s. We do see them drop. Watch this dry air come in tonight. Look at that. A rush of dry air means that tomorrow is going to be much more comfortable here. And I think Friday and Saturday will be far less humid than what we're dealing with now. In terms of our severe weather today, again, before 2 o'clock, not much. But look at where these storms develop, south and east of our region. I think a lot of us are going to end up being okay today. Not to say that there can't be one or two storms that fire. I mean, here you can see, again, there will be some storms that occur, but notice again where the action is. It's to the south and the east of us, and that's why I'm going to be curious to see how this all plays out. I really think a lot of our region will be in the clear today. Tomorrow just looks gorgeous. Lots of sunshine. Saturday looks gorgeous, I think, as we move into the afternoon and evening. A really nice day on Saturday with temperatures in the mid-80s. So here's what the Storm Prediction Center thinks, and it would not surprise me if later today they shift this to the east. I like what they did with this elevated risk area here. Southern York, Lancaster counties over toward Philly, Jersey, and New York. This area here, That, I think, is closer to reality. I'm not so sure Harrisburg and points to the west have a lot to worry about today, but we'll see how it plays out. If watches and warnings are issued, we will, of course, keep you posted. Now let's turn our attention to the weekend heat wave, because I think that we're talking about some major league hot air with temperatures in the 90s on Sunday, mid-90s. Look at this heat dome build across the region here next week. Look at this thing. I mean, we're talking mid-90s Monday and Tuesday, and that could be near record heat. So it is going to be sweltering here as we move into the first full week of summer. So, yeah, how about that? Wild, isn't it? So there you have it. It's going to get hot. Look at the numbers. 92 on Sunday, mid to upper 90s Monday and Tuesday. Great pool weather, I can tell you, all of next week, and we stay in the 90s through next week as well. Here's another thing I want to highlight. Check this out. Notice the dry weather here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We have a dry stretch. Even Wednesday, when we get into the middle part of next week and there's a few storms, they're going to be hit or miss, very widely scattered. So I think we're out of the rainy pattern for a while, which I think many of us will be glad about. So a humid day today, strong to severe thunderstorms as we move into the afternoon and evening with a high of 88. Mostly sunny and less humid then, as we look ahead to summertime tomorrow, and then the heat wave begins officially on Sunday. I do want to check one of our forecast models, though, and that would be the HRRR, because that model gives us the latest and greatest guidance as it develops. So let me try to pull that up here on the screen for you, because that's going to tell us the best chance for storms today. And let's just see what it says as we move into, again, this morning looks pretty quiet. Here comes some storms. Yeah, it does show some development across our southern tier counties, but look at how they blow up as they move east, more toward eastern Lancaster County, Delmarva, Philly, and Jersey. Now, this does show a line, as you can see right here, of some storms at about 7 o'clock tonight that want to develop over portions of Perry and Dauphin County. If that happens, then yes, some of our western counties may get a brief passing storm, but clearly notice the area of focus is in the eastern part of the state. Eastern York, eastern Lancaster County, more towards Philly, South Jersey, those areas. So that is something that we are going to be watching very closely throughout the day, and of course keeping you posted on that. In the meantime, enjoy a great Jubilee Day to start. It's warm, it's humid out there. We hope you enjoy your Thursday, and of course, if there are severe warnings later, we will keep you posted. That's all for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning into this Beyond the Forecast.